Hello once again, my wonderful friends. It's your buddy Moonhorse here with more stories for you. And me, because this is my first time reading. You guys know how I do this. Anyway, from Reddit user My Turning Page. Poetic. My friend Leggings Beard. Everything about that name fills me with abject terror. Hey Moonhorse.
Hello.
And all of you weird and wonderful people. I have a lot of stories of encounters of the Neckbeard variety. However, I think my tales of Leggings Beard might be more entertaining. I teach English to kids, so one would hope my grammar is up to scratch. But I'm on mobile, and my phone hates me. So please forgive my mistakes. Alright, that's done. On to the cringe. So I met Leggings Beard in secondary school and was immediately on edge. My friends consisted of all the random oddballs that didn't quite fit in any other group in school. They were all a little weird, a little quirky, and that's okay. Leggings Beard took it to the next level. Her life was vampires, anime, video games, and literally nothing else. I am very happy that you said her life, because I just kept imagining a large neckbeard man in leggings. I will never be able to get this image out of my head, and I'm now sorry that I put it in yours. Any conversation you had with this girl revolved around some form of pop culture. This wasn't so bad, though. I could deal with that, and I did. Leggings Beard's real face started to show after we finished school, however. LB was absolutely obsessed with boys and would do anything to get them. Anything, including, but not limited to, stealing from her parents and taking a plane to another country to meet a guy from a super religious family and take his virginity on the couch with his parents in the next room. When he was 16. Oh my god. She joined the furry fandom, spent all of her time hanging out in neckbeard nests or online talking to people. Wow! One thing I remember is she tried to convince me and my other friends that she was talking to a guy from Japan for years. This was in the days of Bebo and MSN Messenger, pre-Facebook, YouTube, and all the fun stuff. Oh my god, I remember those days. The dark years. I was innocent and totally riding the high of the manga craze that had invaded my country and was excited that she was talking to someone from the Promised Land. I was an idiot, funnily enough. I live in the Promised Land now. So for a long time, I bought her shit, hook, line, and sinker. This is when LB introduced me into the weird and cringy world of online role-playing. Oh god, the creepy asterisks! The premise is you create a social media page based on a character or a famous person that you love and then pretend that you are them in a community of people doing the exact same thing. I was young, lonely, socially awkward, so I leapt at the chance to have a form of interaction with people. Enter Fake-san, the Japanese boy she's talking to. So, something LB hadn't informed me of prior to my joining this community of role players was that a lot of people used it for what was called at the time cybering. Oh! That would be sexting nowadays. See, back in my day, when I was but a young man, that is very much a thing. And I assure you, it's probably still very much a thing to this day. It's just, it was also a thing that the news, for some reason, was terrified of, and they were convinced all the teenagers were doing it. And for once, the news was probably not wrong. I'm not down with you cool kids, forgive me. I am down with what you're saying, however, because I totally remember those days as well. So there I am, sweet, innocent, and totally sheltered me, who, while having read a lot of NC-17 Harry Potter fanfiction, had never had a sexual conversation with anyone, and hadn't even had my first kiss yet. Suddenly I had people role-playing cute boys and trying to get my character into sexual situations. I was an idiot, though, so I didn't notice what they were doing at the time. I have had many a sleepless nights cringing over what I did back then, trust me. Fake-san roleplayed Kakashi or Vincent from Final Fantasy VII. I can't remember which. Or if it was someone else completely, for that matter. But his character showed some serious interest in my character, and I was pretty fucking happy. Oh my god, a cute, supposedly Japanese, allegedly boy purportedly is showing interest in me. I'm ecstatic and jumped in feet first. We talked for hours and acted out loads of stuff. It's been over a decade since this time, so my memory's pretty fuzzy. But I remember Fake-san had told me he was in his final year of school in Japan. He was trying to get into Tokyo University. It took me a stupidly long time to start questioning things. Is it the middle of the night in Japan? Shouldn't you be asleep? It's the middle of day in Japan. Shouldn't you be in school? Tokyo University is notoriously difficult to get into, and from what I gathered from my anime and manga obsession at the time, school is super strict in Japan, so how's this guy always online at the same time I am? He's getting really pushy about covering, and I was starting to get really uncomfortable about it. I confided in my best friend at the time, and she was also roped into the weird world of Bebo roleplay. Hey, me, she asked me, a calculating look on her face as we sat gossiping in Burger King one day. Have you ever sat in the same room as LB while talking to Fake-san? She said what had been biting at my brain for days. This was far before the catfish days, but we'd all had the online safety talks about the 50-year-old dude who was definitely going to pretend to be a cute teen boy. Could it be? Was LB Fake-san? But why would she be so obsessed with trying to cyber with me? No, can't be. My best friend and I decided to try and get to the bottom of this mystery. We laid heavy hints to LB that we should have a sleepover, video games, junk food, Bebo, the works. On the day, we kept trying to convince her to message Fake-san to send a picture or video of him. She said she had talked to him on the phone before, as if her parents would have murdered her for that fucking bill. She eventually got wise to our game and called us on it, making us feel the worst scum in the world for thinking her capable of faking a friend like this. We let it go and never talked about it again, but yet, suddenly, Fake-san disappeared, never to be heard from again. LB, whom had always bragged about him prior to this, suddenly never spoke of him again. Sadly, this is only the beginning of the decade I spent being friends with this Leggbeard. This is one of the tamer stories, too. If you want more, let me know. And I hope Moonhorse reads this. Well, I just did, and I definitely want more stories. Holy shit. Wow, that is... Oh. Should we get Chris Hansen in on this? Why don't you have a seat over there? What did you come here to do? You know, he has the transcripts. Don't ever question the man. He has the transcripts. Oh my goodness. Yes, you just rocketed me back into nostalgia with that wonderful story. Thank you so much for sending it. And I honestly look forward to reading more. I want to know more about this. But wow, that's super creepy. Someone who's supposed to be your friend is like a full fake personality and everything just to... I want to know what the motivation behind this is. And I really hope you'll tell us, because holy shit, dude, just whoa, holy shit. That is fucking wild. But that is actually all the time we have for this episode. So thank you all for watching. If you're enjoying this and would like to support this channel, you can do that by donating to Patreon or by buying something from the merch store. I mean, you could do both if you're like, 10 kinds of fucking awesome. I'm just saying. And if you would like to send in your own story, you can do that by going to r/Moonhorse Stories and sending it there. I check it every fucking day, because I don't have a life. And if you want to come hang out with me and some other people who I've talked about on this channel a couple times before, you can do that by coming over to our live stream every Saturday from about 9 p.m. Central Time till about midnight. Those streams are always also archived on the YouTube channel too, so I mean you can just watch them. But I mean, if you just want to like hang out and talk, we're there. We just fuck around sometimes. It all depends on what the night's, what we're feeling that night. I'm doing a terrible job explaining this. I'm sorry about that, but I love you all, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.